Welcome back. You're watching NDTV Profit. We're not seeing much change in the market. They have recovered very slightly from the lows of the day. The Nifty is down 11 points now. 8284 is where it's trading. A very mild recovery underway on the frontline indices. That's a Nifty for you. The Sensex also now down just 10 points or so. Let's pull up the stock of Cholamandalam Investment and Finance Company. It came out with the second quarter earnings, which are quite strong actually. 1.6% higher for Cholamandalam. We have Mr. Arul Selvan, CFO Cholamandalam Investment and Finance Company, joining us on the phone line from Chennai. Thank you so much, Mr. Selvan, for speaking with us at NDTV Profit.
Morning,
We've seen a strong growth in your disbursements, a growth of about 21% or so coming through. What was the kind of growth that you saw in vehicle finance? Was that the one that drove disbursements this quarter?
Yeah, vehicle finance was the one which took the lead this time. We had seen a growth of around 27% quarter on quarter, primarily driven by heavy commercial vehicle and used segment.
Okay. What about the growth that we saw in agri loans? Because we've heard now the second year running, the monsoons have been below estimates. In the areas that you service, did you see stress in agricultural sector?
See, our agri loan portfolio is a very small portfolio, so that's not a significant part of it. But we have a lot of loans given in the rural sector for commercial vehicles and tractors. Now, these have grown reasonably well. I would say we had a 2% growth on tractors, considering that the industry is on a negative growth. On the CV side, we had a good run on the rural segment also.
Right, but in the CV segment, is this largely replacement demand? Is this fresh demand? Where is it really coming from?
Primarily replacement, I would say, because you can see that the growth has not yet come back to the levels where it had been earlier. So it is more a catching up that is happening now, both at the industry level and even for us. So the heavies has grown, the light has started growing a bit. The mini LCVs, which is like the Tarais, etc., are still showing negative growth, and bulk of the rural will still rely on the mini segment, which is where the mini segment has to catch up. But we saw the lights turning around this quarter with the growth coming in. So we expect with the festival season around the corner, we should see the minis also growing. The e-commerce is also helping mini growth to kick in place.
All right. What about the home loan portfolio? What was the growth that you saw in home equity?
In the home equity, we are seeing a growth of around 7% this quarter, and YTD level we are at around 12%. Here, consciously, we are slowing down a bit because there are a lot of new players who are playing the LTV game, which is not, in our view, is not a very ideal scenario to work on. The home equity is somewhere where we have stuck to LTV levels of around 50-52%, whereas the newcomers are offering 70 plus, which is not where we are comfortable with to offer a 70% LTV. So
but
we are slowing down a bit out.
What is the unease there, Mr. Selvan? I'm still trying to understand, because even when we speak with bankers and those in NBFCs, they're saying when it comes to middle income home loans, the demand is intact. And with the RBI, making it easier, the LTV value is higher now. Why are you hesitant?
See, for us, the home equity portfolio is offered to businessmen based on the cash flow of the business. The process of repossessing and property and enforcing the property is a long drawn process. We wouldn't want to go that path unless it is very, very necessary. It is preferable to keep the LTV low so that we could make the borrower realize that the process of going through through a repossession mode, that they would stand to lose if they had to go through that, and which makes them reluctant to default if the LTVs are low. The LTVs are high, and if there is a possibility of the real estate prices dropping, which is something we can't rule out now, considering that the real estate market has run up a bit, we would want to play it safe on the LTV segment. Right.
Right. Mr. Selvan, your interest margins were also higher. NIM is higher by about 20% on a year-on-year basis, grown to about 8.5%, if I'm 8.5%.
Correct.
Was this largely because of a fall in the cost of funds, or is it because of the top line growth?
There are two elements to it. One is, of course, the cost of funds have been contained very well during this quarter, which has resulted in good NIM improvement. The other factor is that our NPAs have come down significantly, which has helped in sort of reducing the income reversals on NPA. So that has also helped in moving up the net interest margin. The third element to it is also that we had been pursuing on shortfall recovery, where we had a lot of written off loans, and we have been able to get many of those loans recovered over this quarter.
Right, but your asset quality is stable. So I'm still trying to understand, has it actually been an improvement in actual value terms, or we're not seeing a change in NPAs gross or net? Is it just a matter of percentages, or on value has it improved?
Sorry, we have to consider that we moved to the next bucket, and that's where the gross NPA numbers seems to be higher. But for it would have been a lower number.
All right.
We have moved to the 120-day provisioning norm this quarter, which as per RBI requirement needs to be done only by March 17. So we are 18 months ahead of the schedule on that.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Selvan, for speaking with us at NDTV Profit and giving us more details about the earnings posted by Cholamandalam Investment and Finance Company. So, cost of funds have come down, and they have seen good recoveries coming through. Even after moving to the new system of NPA provisioning, there hasn't been a deterioration in the asset quality. We're going to slip into a break at this point in time. We'll keep the focus on the markets and earnings. Stay with us.